Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Weekly Chobo. This is episode number 8, all about Team Bear Sloss today. Once again, I'd like to welcome you again, because I can say again 12,000 times in one sentence. My name is Corn Muscles. I'll be your host tonight. Along with me for the ride, as always, is Vizon. Vizon, how are you, my friend?
I'm pretty good. Been spending all day recovering from April Fools. How about you?
I hate April Fools, so call me a curmudgeon if you want, but whatever. And anyway, we have 3 guests for you this evening. First off, we have Matt the Cat. How are you today, Matt the Cat?
Hey, what's up? Looking forward to it. Being on here.
Now, should we call you just plain Matt? Should we the Cat? Just Cat?
If you don't give me any name, I'm going to call you
Just
Katarina.
Just Cat?
That's good.
Matt.
Matt. Okay.
That's what you get for having things that rhyme. I can't necessarily hear them properly. We also with us today, we have Nil. How are you doing today, Nil?
I'm good. Glad to be here.
Short but sweet, that's just the way we like it. Later on, hopefully joining us is Awkward Wiz, but he is running late right now, so unfortunately that means he can't introduce himself.
Typical Tyler.
He can jump in the call at any time. So we just finished week 6, I believe, of Chobo Team League, and for those of you who for some reason just came into the stream thinking this is going to be a cool show, this is a show all about the Chobo Team League, a StarCraft 2 league for all amateur players. Everybody's under Diamond League and under, and it's a great time, great fun, pro league style, where you play best of 9s. All the games are played regardless, and then there's playoffs and bragging rights, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, check us out, choboteamleague.com. But with that being said, since week 6 just completed and we're about to start week 7, I believe Vizon has a recap for us.
Indeed, I do.
And today's theme is tropical thunderstorms and
Pretty fitting.
Rain sounds and birds.
Okay, I like it. You know, it's pretty fitting. Smells sounds like home. You know. All right.
Oh
so,
wait, hang on, time out. I'm gonna stop the rain. Did Awkward, did you just jump in?
Yes, I did. What's up?
Awkward, welcome to the call. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about you guys?
We are doing well. We are hoping you wouldn't be too late, and indeed, you were not.
Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot that it was Eastern 9. So.
Oh, yeah. The funny thing is, I have to remember that because I'm actually in Pacific time right now.
Oh, so it's like 6 for you.
Yeah, it's 6 for me. I am technically in the Mountain Time Zone strip, but I'm in Arizona. We don't do daylight savings time, so yeah. All right, so that's all we need from you for right now. We'll get to you guys. We'll get back to you guys in a second, but for now, back to the thunderstorm and Vizon recapping the week.
all right, then let's do this, dude. Okay, so week 6 results. As
wait,
always.
hang on a second.
Whoa.
Awkward, Nil, and Matt. I did forget to mention you are more than welcome to interrupt and interject Vizon's recap with whatever the fuck you want.
Okay, good.
So
Because
if he
it's
says something that's just idiotic or makes you laugh, point it out.
All right.
Okay, now back to the thunderstorms.
Thanks, Corn. You're the best. All right.
Well, I
Let's
don't want
get
it to be quiet like we were last time.
Yeah,
I don't know if
really,
he's the best. No.
It was really boring last time, so I'm glad.
How can I be
Anyway.
the best when I'm a silver player who has to play in Gold League? I'm terrible.
Oh, gosh. Okay, but I will get to that, man. Wait, no, you didn't play this week. Well, then never mind. I won't get to that.
I played this week. I play on Saturday, and I saw my opponent in the chat. Drunk driver, you're going down on Saturday. Bring it.
Here we go.
Except I'm probably going to lose, and you'll make fun of me.
So, let's start. Okay, recap of the scores for week 6. Unrivaled wins. Wow, 6-3 against All Inspiration.
Is that 2 wins in a row for them?
I don't know if they won last week. No, they lost last week. They won week 4.
Wait, against Alloy they won?
They won against Vortex, and now All Inspiration.
Okay.
Then Stratic wins 8-1 against Vortex. Guns N' Roses wins 7-2 against Outset. CTL Team 6 loses 3-6 against the Lucky 13. Base Lucky 13 taking them down a notch. Like, hey, what's up?
Year of Lucky 13.
Exactly, dude. Put
Thank
that
you,
in
base
chat
gods.
right now. Hashtag year of L13, son. Alright. Alloy Esports loses 4-5 against Team Rival Gaming, and if Liquipedia had the scores, it would say that Composite won 5-4 over Bear Sloss. So,
Boo.
yay!
Boo.
I
Composite's
agree.
the best!
Boo indeed.
Let's get in ya.
Luck.
Alright, first match. Unrivaled versus All Inspiration. So this, of course, is their second win, which stops them from being like in the complete bottom of the charts. So they're now in 10th place. They'll probably be, I think they will be in 11th place. No, they won't. They'll stay in 10th place once composite scores are updated. And let's see here. Sorry. Okay, so All Inspiration after that got knocked down out of the top half and are now in the bottom half of the rankings. And now they're tied with the still rising Team Rival for rank 7. Team Unrivaled, of course, going up a little bit. They now only have a -4 map score. So if they just get a few more map wins, win the next match, they could possibly look towards a mid-season turnaround and getting into the playoffs at the least, even if they might not be able to jump into those first 2 spots by the end. As for All Inspiration, of course, all they need is one more win to get into the top 6. But falling down this far could be demoralizing, and that could affect their match this upcoming week. So it's all stuff that you never know how it might affect the week. But moving on, Stratic wins 8-1 against Vortex. This really surprised me. Vortex is a super strong team, and they've been performing really well all season. Stratic has kind of flown under the radar a little bit, I think, but with this, they're now in 3rd place. So they're really close to threatening Guns N' Roaches. They're only 3 map score away from beating them.
And I'd like to apologize to all the people in the chat room that were sad Chair Cam has no Ella and Waffles. So I put El Macho on the chair.
Yes.
That's a good substitute.
Okay.
That'll do.
So, Vortex is just barely hanging on in the top half of that standings chart. They're now behind Bear Slots. Well, hold on. Actually, I don't know if they'll... Yeah, they will because of the map score. Bear Slots will still be ahead of them. Yeah, so you'll still be at 3-3 plus 5 compared to Vortex's 3-3 -8. So that's a pretty big deal. So
That's a good
losing...
map score.
Yeah, that really is a good map score for being 3-3. And Vortex is really...
We only lose by 1 every time.
Yeah, every time we lose, it's 5-4, which is really frustrating because it's usually a walkover.
And Stratic, having gotten 8-1 over Vortex, that really kills Vortex's map score. So they really just need to rely on match wins at this point if they're hoping to jump back up on the rankings. Guns N' Roaches, of course, winning 7-2 versus Outset. Unfortunately, Smithy did not play, so I cannot make fun of him. Outset, not really performing still, so I'm really depressed, as always. Come on, guys. I believed. But, of course, congrats to Outset's Shadow Wolf and that name. I can't pronounce... It's just a bunch of letters, so I'm not even going to try. But congratulations to that Terran player in gold who won. And obviously, congratulations to the amazingly named Randall Thor on Guns N' Roaches. So what does this do? Pretty much nothing, since Guns N' Roaches stays 2nd place, Outset stays last. Not really a big match. And I think it would have been the same either way. No, they would have fallen... Guns N' Roaches would have fallen to 3rd had they lost, but overall, not that big of a deal. CT6's loss is huge, even though they're still in 1st place by a large margin. And why is it huge? Because this completely removes the aura of invincibility and all the momentum that they had. Well, not all of it, but a large portion of the momentum they had going forward. Because, 5 wins in a row
You've gone beyond the thunderstorm. We are now into ocean waves and crackling fire.
Okay, so ocean waves and fire, because those two things combine well, of course, as we know.
Could you imagine being on a nice sandy beach? It's nighttime. You have a nice fire going. Listening to the waves roll in. Hearing Vizon recap the score. That's the aura we're trying to give right now.
I'm always on the beach recapping scores to everyone. That's just how I do, son. So it's actually, it might surprise you, but it's actually a pretty big part of the beach ambiance to have me there. So CT6's loss really hurts their momentum, but it doesn't actually affect their score at all. That said, it helps Lucky 13 out a decent bit. Even though they're still in 4th place, it helps their map score, puts their map score ahead of Bear Sloth's, which is a pretty big deal. So, but overall, another not terribly important match. So here's a match that actually was decently important, was Rival versus Alloy, in which Rival won 5-4. This puts Rival at 3-3. They started off the season really weak. They were in the bottom 3 for a little while, but they've kept climbing for the last while. They've been trending upwards. They went 3-3, even though they still have a -9 map score. That does keep them tied with All Inspiration and not so far from the playoffs. So that is beyond attainable for them if they just get a few more wins this season. Alloy, on the other hand, unfortunately drops down a little bit, but they're still okay. They're 2-4, but they have a really good map score at -3, which for such a bad match score, not that bad. Well, okay, that was a weird sentence, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm going to have to recap Composite versus Bear Sloths from memory. I might be mistaken, but if I am, it is your fault if you're on that team, because your scores aren't in. So, there you go. If I remember correctly, Composite wins 5-4. There were 2 walkovers. Two-Step and whoever... I can't remember. Okay, I'm not even going to try. But I will say this. I won. That's what matters. I played and I won. So we can all congratulate me for being the base silver random who made Banshees and beat Soul. And that is all that actually matters. Also, of course, Flubs winning, I believe, 2-0 in the ace match. Is that correct? Do you know?
2-1
It's
looks
2-1.
2-1? Okay, well, still, Flubs is the best player ever. So, naturally, that's
Do
pretty
you want me to
important
do a
as
run
well.
through? Because it's all on my Excel spreadsheet. I can just call it off really quick.
Sure, go
Who
ahead.
won and lost. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I'm a little sick. Let me pull up week. Is it week 6?
Yeah, it's week 6.
Yeah, we don't even have replays. Oh yeah, for the bronze silver, it was Fohammer versus Mr. AA. Fohammer for Bear Sloths 1. Silver Soul versus some weird player, I guess. He lost to the random. I don't think he's very good. Crux against Invincible. Crux lost to Invincible, and Crawaton, his first game back since last season, lost to Behemoth. Both of them are actually former UR players. Matt the Cat,
So,
I'd say our strongest player, really, Matt the Cat against Vash, won. This puts you at what, 6-0 in the league now?
yeah, 6
Yeah,
wins and
6-0
0
in the
losses,
league.
you know.
Yep. And then DYZ against Touche, that was never played. So that should be a walkover for us, but it doesn't matter because we had a walkover from Crux. And Darkstar versus Blizzfreak, the Platinum 2 game. Darkstar lost to Blizzfreak. Irie Still versus Two Step was a walkover in our favor, and then Kitty versus Flubs 2-1 for the ace match.
I think you actually got 2 walkovers from us since Two-Step and I-Rise still was never played.
Yeah, that was one that I thought was a walkover already, but the DYZ versus Touche was never responded.
Okay, then. Well, then, I believe that is all of the games for this week. So the only other thing I can say is hashtag Year of Lucky 13. CT6 officially sucks. That's the end of the recap.
And that's the end of Crackling Fire. Thank you very much, Vizon, for that great replay. We have a big audience on the chair cam as I moved all of my desk decorations, except for 2, onto the chair cam. There's a bull and another love bear that I didn't put up. But yeah, There you go. And for those of you watching, wondering why I have so many pink and red bear things, my wife every Valentine's Day gets me the cheesiest stuffed animal she can find, and so it's all of those, and they get cheesier and cheesier every year. It's awesome. This year was El Macho, the dragon of love.
Oh, I do have one more thing to say, actually. I got a message from Ray because they knew. They knew. He said, "Please be gentle, Heart." So they were prepared. They were prepared for this.
So I'm quiet compared to others. I will lower everybody else's volume then, and you can raise your volume back home to even that out. Unfortunately, I can't raise myself any louder unless I talk louder. This is a episode all about Team Bearsloth. So I guess Awkward Wiz as the captain. What is Team Bearsloth all about? What can you explain the team in short? I guess sum it up.
Oh, we are a group of people that all play StarCraft.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
That's a game that no one
I play
plays.
StarCraft.
I am surprised.
Not what you'd expect, but
So
yeah,
then,
we definitely
if you
we
play
all partake in StarCraft.
Now, if you play StarCraft, do you play the expansion Brood War as well, or have you ventured into StarCraft 2?
Also, are you
Well-
Korean?
I am Korean, in heart, but no. I literally just started playing StarCraft like day one of HOTS. I know a few of our players are from Brood War, but I don't know. It's more like it's just a community of people who play video games really that are also in this league. But it's a pretty good group of people for our first year. So.
So now is the team? You said you're a community of people that play video games. Are you more than just a StarCraft community? Did you come from somewhere outside of the CTL?
No, I was from UR last season. My first season in CTL was with Team Unrivaled, and I kind of left because I was a little bit more focused on school, and I couldn't really play as much. But I decided that I'd be able to run a team, and so I was assigned all the free agents, or most of them anyway, to start a new team. So we're all just kind of random people thrown together, but we play League of Legends, and I have a couple of Counter-Strike people, and we just have fun.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like Composite. We've got a bunch of people that play like League, Dota, Diablo 3, Minecrafters. We have the City Sim guys that play Europe Universalis and Crusader
TIL Europe
Kings
Universalis
and
is a
all
city
that.
sim.
Fuck
A
off.
few of us play Banished too,
Yeah.
and No Moria and Dwarf Fortress. Fun stuff. That
Hello,
was loud.
this is Dog.
Yes.
So what
Well-
about Matt the Cat and Nil? What do you think about the team? Is it is it a fun based team? Is it a let's win team? Is it what's the skinny from a player's perspective?
You want to go first?
Yeah. I usually I do like winning, so I do try to prepare a lot. But if I lose, it's all right. But I haven't had that happen yet, so I think I'll just keep winning. It's fun. That's about it.
I think it's more of a fun-based team actually. We try to win, obviously, because why wouldn't you? But we're pretty relaxed, and it's not like you lost, we hate you now. Except for Matt, if he loses, we hate him.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure
But-
on that.
Yeah. But overall, I think we're pretty relaxed. We just try to get better and play StarCraft.
Very nice. Very nice. So one question I did have is why bear sloths?
Why such an awesome name? Tell me.
Yeah, how did we come up with bear sloths? Why did we decide to do bear sloths?
I like bears, and I also
And
like
sloths?
sloths.
Wow.
Yeah, so
find them. Avatar
I just
style.
kind of, put those in a bowl, mix it together a little bit, and bear
Put a
sloths came
bear in a
out
bowl. That's a big
Yeah.
bowl.
with a sloth.
That's a big bowl, dude.
Yeah,
You sure
think
the
of
bear
the blender.
didn't choke the sloth?
I'm sorry, what?
You sure the bear didn't just eat the sloth?
It's possible, but you can't confirm that. So, bear sloths, not sloth and bear.
Now I don't
Actually,
know. I'm wondering if I
sloth bears are
spelled it
real.
right. Is it supposed to be bear space sloths or is it actually bear?
No,
sloths?
it's one word, bear sloths.
Damn it.
Yeah, and also,
Interesting.
a sloth bear is a real thing, but it's not what we are.
Interesting, and other interesting facts. So then, could you please tell the people on Liquipedia, like Antilamon and whoever, to fix your team name because it says bear space sloths.
Oh, I will. Yeah, I'll have that sent in. Actually, who do I talk to for that?
Any of the admins. If you just PM
Okay.
all the admins, hopefully they'll be able to fix it for you.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I should just be bear sloths. We finally got a logo. It took us like 5 months or 5 weeks into the game.
Very nice. And what is the logo? Let me see if I can find it.
I
here.
believe it's a picture of a sloth and a picture of a bear.
A demonic
Yes,
sloth.
in fact, it is. It is
Yeah.
a picture of both of those things.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
And an upside down cross in the
My-
sloth's head.
yeah, my original design was rejected, but we still use it as our in-game logo above all of our bases.
As well as the what mate
Oh yeah, the what mate clan tag.
probably seen.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I found that very amusing.
Yeah.
You
'Cause,
having a giggle, mate? You having
yeah.
a giggle?
PS was frowned upon.
So then why is Wattmate the
Well, I couldn't really think of another clan tag, and I say what mate a lot. So we just decided to use it as our clan tag.
now was that created before the Bear Sloth's name was created?
Oh,
or...
absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so it was, you're just like Wattmate, and then we're like, oh, so what are we gonna do for a team?
Yeah, I went through like 4 different clans, just making it with some of my friends before making the actual team. And I had what mate as a clan tag a couple times, and then I just added it to the Bear Sloth's name.
There you go. So that explains why we see the Wattmates
Yeah.
everywhere when we're playing with the Bear Sloth's team. So
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure it confuses quite a bit of people because it has no relevance to our team.
What's the team that has the Duckface Master Ace clan? I can't even remember.
Not sure.
That one was really weird.
is
I don't remember.
is that in CTL or?
Yeah. One of the teams, a lot of their members are in a clan called Duckface Master Ace.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, I that's not.
that- I noticed that last season, and I asked, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like half our teammates are in that."
I know I have a few teammates that are on the team, but we have Fuin Kaze is his name, who actually works for Microsoft, and he actually is on their like B team for StarCraft. So he has the MSFT clan tag, which is kind of cool.
So that answers the question we had back in a couple casts ago. One of the casts I did, we were wondering if Fuenkazi was
Yep.
actually
Yep, that is the
in
Microsoft tag. Yeah, it's not their main team, but like a backup team.
Oh my gosh. That was loud, dude.
What was loud?
That
Whoever was
keyboard,
typing.
though.
Why is everything I do apparently loud other than my talking?
Or quiet. Loud or quiet.
Project that voice, man. That's what,
What kind
you
of
need
mic
to
do
do.
you have?
I use a blue snowball.
Is it like a desk stand?
Yes, it's a
Probably. It's the typing pounded on the desk.
that could be it. So, coming into this season as a first season team, and even you awkward with being a first time captain, what was the outlook on the season? What was the goal for the season going into it? Was it just fun? Was it get ready for season 2 of the team?
And I mean, really, the whole point of my team isn't really to like completely dominate this league or excel or anything. I just kind of wanted to build this is more of like a platform just to start a gaming community where it's just like people are on this team, and if they say, "Hey, I'm playing League of Legends. Is anybody else in?" Then you're gonna have people who want to play, and it's really just about finding people to play video games with and have a good time.
So do you have? Well, we'll get to those more questions later. Um, but did you? Did, is there like any goals you have for this specific season? Like trying to make playoffs, have a winning record,
Oh yeah, I mean, like we
win a
want to win as
game?
much as possible. I mean, we've won. We're 3-3 right now, and I mean, none of our weeks have been bad. It's been 4-5 pretty much. I mean, it has been 4-5 all of our losses, and I think like for now, I think we just kind of want to grow a little bit. I mean, every day we have peep modes. We got calls going on every day, every night. Just kind of talking, getting the community growing a little bit. Everybody pretty much knows each other. I mean, it's really, just talking.
Matt and Nil, can you corroborate his story?
Please corroborate. I need it.
He's lying.
Yeah, I'm lying.
He threatened
We
us all.
lose,
That's
we
why
get,
we're
we,
here.
get, we get 50 lashes.
Yeah.
All about the wins.
So
Yeah.
here's a thought. So Unrivaled, of course, threatens their players with knives, and they're
Definitely.
not doing so well. And you guys threaten your players with lashes, and you seem to be succeeding. So is the key to use whips for punishment instead of knives? Is that the key to success in the CTL?
The whole
key-
reason I left UR was to start my own team of lashes instead of knives, and so far it's working.
The secret is to
Interesting.
not leave permanent damage.
Yeah,
I like it. I like
so
it.
a cat of nine tails is out of the question.
definitely. Yes, that is too much.
I have to put mine away. So, you were mentioning that your team, you're looking to build a team of more of gamers in a gaming community. Is there any thoughts or plans to breach out, well, broaden, like make your own forums or
Oh yeah, eventually,
recruit,
but I mean,
recruit
we're so
folks that aren't StarCraft related?
yeah, we're such a small team right now. CTL is really our only platform at the moment. I mean, I'd like to grow a bit. I mean, we have what is it on our roster of people who are actually active. I know that on our CTL roster, there's like 6 or 7 people that just never responded to the team.
Yeah, you'll find that happens. There's a
Yeah.
lot of people who put in an application, especially, and I found when I was an admin, it was the people, it was like 50-50 with the people who put in applications right away, like right when the Reddit post was made, right when the Team Liquid post is made, that a lot of the people put in their application and then forget about it. And then other people put it in and they get active and they try
Yeah.
and really it's a slow growth you'll find, and the longer your team stays around, the more people you'll get and the more active folks you'll get.
Yeah. We currently only have 21 people, I think.
Apparently
Who are
Tasia
active.
tried to join our team, but
Yeah, Tasia, we
Just
had to
never-
turn him
I
down.
guess-
He wasn't good enough.
Well, Tej, he's a little desperate and he needs to find
Yeah. I heard he's
somebody who
about
will
to
take
retire.
him.
All this talks about retirement. Nobody wants him.
Yeah.
He's
I
washed
mean,
out.
real men don't let the results fall off after they hurt their wrists. Like me,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah. See?
Obviously, B minus in Brood War is the same as silver in StarCraft 2.
Definitely.
Obviously.
So yeah, it would be kind of interesting if ever somebody from Chobo Team League made it to a kind of celebrity status, I guess, or a well-known status within the community.
I know Fox from UR. He competed in WCS America once.
Very interesting. I know we have a bunch of people who have played in open tournaments, like some of the MLG open tournaments. We have a couple people who are signed up for the open bracket in
Yeah.
MLG Anaheim. Zachor, I think Charlie is as well. So
Wait, I just want to say, did you mean Fox played in the WCS America in 2012?
No, it was
the
it
open
was a while back.
qualifiers, I
Yeah,
believe.
he was talking about it. Yeah.
he was in the open qualifiers. He made it pretty decent far too. But then, of course, the further you get, the more likely you are to fight one of the pro players, and No offense to anybody in the CTL, but we don't have anybody who's near pro level.
Yeah.
There's that huge gap between you know, the YMCA All Stars to the lowest of the low pros. I remember
Definitely.
if anybody is a Boston sports fan, and I'm sorry, this is really the only sports areas that I know. There was a player on the Boston Celtics, Brian Scalabrine, who actually
Yeah.
played
Yeah.
around in a couple teams, but he was one of the like bench players. He only saw garbage time for whatever team he was, and people used to make fun of him all the time. Like, you can't even play. He held an open clinic at a YMCA for like 2 hours where all he did was play pickup one-on-one games against people. He smoked everybody. Like,
Yeah.
he just destroyed everyone, and everyone's like, oh, shit, he actually is really fucking good.
That's why he's on NBA.
That's why he's on the NBA team.
Yeah, one of my favorite things to see though is when he does get put in, the crowd just goes wild.
Yeah, he's
Celtics, Scalabrine, that's it.
but
I'm gonna post a video in the.
That static though, I feel the need to talk just to fill it, so that nobody has to listen to the.
or are you just talking because it's the static that your mic makes when you're not talking?
That's a good point.
The fact that I can hear it probably means that it's not my mic. Just a thought.
I don't think that's a good thought. So what else can you guys tell us about your team? We're slowing down a little bit here.
Yeah, real. Like, do you
Yeah.
guys? What kind of games other than StarCraft do you play? There's one. Did we
Personally,
already ask that?
no, I mean we play pretty much anything. I know I played Magic the Gathering on Lackey with a generic name a bit, and then we play some Counter Strike, League of Legends. We haven't gotten to Dota because it's harder than League of Legends, and we don't really want to learn another game. But I mean, it's just whatever you're playing. Whenever I know a lot of our players just are pretty constant on StarCraft. So
What
They don't
rank are
branch out a
y'all
lot.
in League?
currently I was Bronze 4 last season, and then they placed me in Silver 4 last season, and they placed me Bronze 4 in the new season. But now I'm Bronze.
You're
I
Bronze
don't
2
play
now,
League.
you said?
Climb my way back up.
I like it. Okay. Um. Well, let's see. Other questions.
I try to
Um,
show
Do
match.
you guys play
between us and-
arcade games?
in StarCraft?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Zealot Hockey.
Oh my god.
We love Zealot Hockey.
We lost like 20-0 versus you one time.
Yeah.
I never played that game again.
Yeah.
About
that's-
Rain Party.
Oh yeah, I used to play Random Party with UR a lot, but we've played it a couple times as Bear Sloths.
I would mention that we beat CT6 in a Rainer Party show match.
Nice.
Posit did. So we are, in fact, the Rainer Party champions of the CTL.
Well, we had about 3 or 4 of us. It was about 5 or 6 Guns and Roaches where we had just like an arcade night where we played a ton of games in the arcade mode against GNR, like Zealot Hockey and all that. It was really fun.
We should organize a Rainer Party show match.
Yeah.
Between
Yeah.
Composite and Bear Sloths. That
Yeah.
should be done.
Live stream that.
So it sounds like you're a team that would have liked the King of the Chobo
Oh yeah.
that used to go on
Yeah.
until people let it become a drama fest.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Shoutbox. Captain's chat is named. What is it now? Exclusive CTL Shoutbox is the name of the Captain Skype group.
That, from what I understand, certain captains never drop out of.
Yeah. Are they talking about getting rid of the Shoutbox?
I mean, I
Um,
don't think any of us. Okay.
I don't know. That would be an admin question.
I remember I saw something about it where they're like, oh, we should probably get rid of the Shoutbox because all it is drama.
And
LVM, are you watching,
People
bro?
seem to learn how to shoutbox.
Well, that's the thing. People make the shout box. Like the shout box is, I'm just gonna change El Macho to questions and answers because that's kind of what it is at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shout box really, it's always since I've been around the league, it's always been it's a little bit of fun mixed in with a lot of people showing off their e-peens, like look at what I did, I'm awesome, and a lot of uh, and then every once in a while somebody says something that's just so incredibly stupid it starts a shit ton of drama, and then nothing happens and the admins delete a bunch of stuff with no like warnings or timeouts going to anybody.
I know Matt the Cat's a big fan of the shout box. I see him in it all the time.
I love the shout box.
Personally, I love shouting, and I'm not opposed to boxes, so it's not it's
a
not
legend
entirely
box.
my thing though.
Kazi and Shoutbox accusing TB Ham of being Mausana. Space said there's a little Mausana in all of us. If you don't know who that is the GM Smurf from what was the team? Kessel? From last season?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Castle.
He was asking around the captains trying to get on a team this season.
I'm not sure in which situation you are. I don't know what you're speaking of, Picaporion. What time would I have done that? Then I can answer the question.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because we're on a 30-second delay from what we're talking about to what shows up in the chat. And to answer Vespasian's question, I don't know what the shout box is for. I've never understood the purpose of the shout box.
I've
Kind
never
of like a
said
Facebook
anything
status for CTL.
Yeah, and the thing is, somebody puts like I'll use it every once in a while. I'm trying to wean myself off of it because it pissed me off royally the last drama time, and we won't get into that sore subject. But I'll use it like when I'm about to do a cast, when my cast is about to go live. I'll throw up a link that says, "Hey, I'm going to be going live for either the weekly Chobo or a cast or just streaming randomly." And by the time 5 minutes later, sometimes there's so many other people that have said random stuff where it's like now no one can see that you're streaming. So it's sometimes.
yeah.
I'll ask Picaporion's question to the Bear Sloths guys. What's the funniest game you've seen or heard of in the CTL?
The funniest game meaning...
Well, however you want to interpret it.
For me, it was Fothra versus P. Sosa week 1. An hour-long Swarm host muta game.
We got
That Fothra was very far behind but caught up and won for our team. So that stuck out to me.
We've had, I think, 2 games that have hit the hour mark so far this CTL year.
Probably both Fothra, because I know he's had I think he's had a couple.
To an hour.
Yeah, didn't you have a long one, Matt?
I think it was like 50 minutes.
I think against Zerg on Frost. I think Core Muscles cast it.
Well, there was one game. It was a Zerg versus Protoss on Frost, Unrivaled versus somebody, and at the end, the winner danced all of his Colossus and typed in chat that that's for you, Corn Muscles.
No, that was Matt.
Oh, that was Matt.
That was Matt. It was
that game.
I think
that game hit the hour mark.
Did it?
Yeah, it was just about an hour.
Yeah, it was Matt the Cat versus Tsunami from Alloy. That's what it looks like, I think. Does that sound about right, Matt? Or was it just blue on the Lucky 13?
It was against Team Rival.
It was against Team Rival?
I think so.
I think it was sworn it was Unrivaled.
Oh yeah, Schubel.
Yeah, the Schubel.
Yeah, no, because we haven't played Unrivaled yet.
Oh, how about
Yeah,
that?
that's our last game.
Yeah, we play them week 11, I think.
No, I think it's week 11.
So there's another question here from the chat. What do you guys think about Phoenix only 4 versus 4 games?
That's Doomsheet. Oh my gosh, dude. that was the funniest thing ever. Oh man. So whenever you have like 500 supply of Phoenixes, you can actually kill any army. Like
Yeah, I did
really,
that in a-
except one's made of Thor's. That's it.
I was doing that in a 2v2 the other day. There was
Phoenixes are pretty badass.
when you get to like a critical mass of them, they're really strong because they kill everything so fast because they attack so fast.
And then like your opponent like responds by making Marines, but then the extra damage to light just makes them all die in one hit, like 3 Phoenixes, and then you have so many Phoenixes that you have the energy to spend, and then their entire Marine-only army dies, and then they cry, and then they forgot to make Thors, and then you win. Easy.
Ooh, so this is there's a question from Vespasian, which I'm going to do the reverse of his question because otherwise I think it'll get a little bit too negative. So, who in the CTL do you think is the most underhyped? Like, who is like just under the radar, smashing faces?
And why is his name Flubs? No,
No, I'm ignoring that part.
Flubs is underrated. He is underrated, believe it or not. He needs to be more ratedly high, that, because he's the best.
Okay,
There
we
you
know
go.
you want to marry Flubs. Vizon.
Oh,
I like his third question. Who is CT6 and what does it do?
Lose to Lucky 13, obviously.
This is not Kindergarten Cop. There is no Richard Kimball. Why is it that all of Arnold's characters had the first name Richard? So many of them were Richards.
Okay, underhyped player in the CTL. I think one really underhyped player is Charlie. Charlie's really good.
he beat me
No
in
one
the
ever
CTL
talks
Open.
about him.
He's pretty good.
Mahavishnu from Team UR.
He's really good too.
He's former plat from earlier days. And then he had a house fire. And now he's silver. But he's definitely really good, really strong player.
Hopefully he's not dropped from plat to silver because he got injured in the house fire.
That would be awful.
No. Long time without playing.
Because that would have sucked. We have Team Composite this year pulled in one of my quote-unquote real-life friends onto the team who had not played for 87 weeks before he got Heart of the Swarm. And played, and he's gone 0 for 2 for us this season, but he has no forfeits, so awesome to that. All right, here's what seems like a pretty good question. Who is the most improved player on Bear Sloths? This came from Mr. Generic Name. So if Generic Name is on Bear Sloths, obviously he's fishing for a compliment.
I would definitely have to say not generic name, but
Can
definitely
we call him least improved?
Yeah,
you want, you can say whatever you
least
want.
improved is definitely generic name. No, but I'd say most improved is definitely Ricey Cakes.
I
Yeah.
second that.
He is our bronze silver player, and I say bronze silver because he has gone from bronze to silver to bronze to silver. And I mean, when he started, it was like he had never picked up a keyboard before, but I mean now he's race switched once, and he's definitely improved, hanging with most of our players.
Yeah, he's and he actually works hard. He's gotten coaching from a lot of our Protoss players. He's always begging for it. Like, hey, can anyone play with me? He's gotten a lot better. I remember when I first saw him play, it was terrible.
And when he's looking for people to play with, is he looking for people better than him?
Yeah,
So
I think it's pretty much anyone he was looking for. Like, because like when I usually play with him, I don't play against him. I'll just coach him.
all right, folks in the chat, try to keep the questions reasonable. You guys are having a little bit too much fun there.
Who do
Hey,
you
Rice
think has
is
the
in the
best
chat.
name in the CTL?
The funny
I'm
thing
gonna
is
go
that
with-
those two questions came like right next to each other. Who has the best handle in the CTL and who has the best name in the CTL? And they're the same question.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a good one though. Who do you think what's the best player name in the CTL?
Rand Althor.
I
Give me a
don't
second.
know enough about the CTL.
Alternatively, you could go Sir Lags-a-Lot. I like him.
Those are both GNR players.
Drone of Arc is awesome, actually.
That is a good
that
one.
is pretty
Drone
funny.
of Arc is a good one.
I I don't know. I've always kind of liked some of the stupider names, like, and I don't mean stupider as in dumb. I mean stupider as in you look at it and you're just like, oh my god. So one of my favorite names so far this season has to be generic name.
Oh yeah, because you have to know the background because his name is Mike Smith. Is it Mike Smith? I think it's Mike Smith or something like that. Generic name.
Which team has the best mechanics? Do any teams have a mechanic on them? I don't really know like
I don't
the
think so.
personal lives of other teams.
Yeah, I don't know if we have any mechanics. I know we have we have a carpenter.
Really? Who's that?
Vital, I'm pretty sure. I can't
Oh,
remember.
that's neat.
I know we have carpenters, we have lawyers, we have technical trainers, we have high school students, college students, we have software engineers.
Kaze works for Microsoft. That's cool.
Yeah, we have Microsoft employees.
I'm looking through
Very
everyone's
diverse
rosters to
group of
find
people.
names.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Captain Buttbeard. Sticks out.
That's my new favorite.
Oh, so
Question:
team rival.
which CTLer has started the most rage online? Well, there's one entire team that got banned from the league, and there's a different team that got so whiny butthurt that they voluntarily left the league. So I'm gonna guess one of those two.
Yeah.
so here's a question since we're filling time. What is your favorite Pro League team? And why is it Stim?
Pro League? Nah, screw that. We'll just go with a generic. Who's your favorite pro?
Ooh, probably
if you
Scarlet.
if you follow the pro scene, because I know
Does
there
that
are.
speak current?
No. You-
Okay, then Stefano.
I was
Okay, that's a respectable
That's
answer.
I loved watching Stefano in the late Wings of Liberty reign for him. When
Yeah.
he played Zerg so differently than everyone else.
Yeah.
And
There
he
was
just
that-
didn't care. Like he would go Hydras
Yeah.
against Terran and shit.
Yeah, he
There
didn't.
was that there was that series he played versus Marine King at MLG Anaheim 2012. And I think it was in game 3 or game 2. I can't quite remember which one it was. And he pulled off like the sickest comeback because of a fungal, and that's like the kind of attitude that he had. He like never gave up. And he was always and he didn't really care. Like he didn't let himself get disheartened by falling behind or anything.
So what about the
I
other,
would-
the other two?
I would say my favorite players would be Parting and Rain.
Oh my god, I was gonna choose them.
Are you an SK2T1 fan, perchance?
Yeah, I guess. I like Protoss players, so a Protoss heavy team is pretty good for me.
So you are not a fan of the Legend of the SKT Zerg. He 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 he.
I like these two questions, both from Ray. We'll go with the easier one first, which is who is the coolest pro? Now, this doesn't mean good. Who's the coolest? Like, if you had to pick one pro to hang out with, who would you pick?
Well,
Can I?
MC or Stefano, I think, are the obvious answers.
Yeah.
Can I pick a caster, Rotterdam?
Yeah, you
Oh yeah,
can pick-
Rotterdam is so cool, dude.
Wait, no. Why? You're gonna pick a caster and you don't pick Day 9?
He's cool too. But I met Mr.
Yeah, but
Bitter,
would
who's
you-
actually really sweet.
But comparing the two of them, Rotterdam seems like he'd be the cooler guy to spend a night with.
Yeah, he's European,
Right?
so you know he's got a fun streak in him somewhere.
Someone in the chat said a Villo. Yeah, right.
Um, so,
Jokes.
and the other question, this is actually kind of interesting. I've never heard it I've never heard a balance question posed this way before. What is the least valid balance wine? So
Ooh.
what imbalanced call that you hear fairly often do you think is just the most incorrect?
Rain thinks Terran is OP versus Protoss. I think that is horribly incorrect.
I
So
like how
true.
Vizon doesn't let the guests answer first anymore.
Wait. Somebody said Terran is OP against Protoss?
Rain did.
Yeah, I've heard that on ladder a couple times, which is like, how do you lose to Protoss? It's like, what?
Oh,
They
I got a good one.
if
I was
once-
playing.
once EMPs
Sorry.
start getting used. That's I interrupted
Oh, yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
On the ladder the other day, I had a Terran complain that random was imbalanced. I think
It
that
is,
was pretty
dude.
stupid.
Random imba. Seriously.
I've always wondered why don't they let random on pro? Like you can't play random in WCS.
TLL used
Yeah,
to
you
go
can.
random.
You can't
Yeah, you
race
just
pick.
have to.
You can't
Yeah,
race
you can-
pick though. You have to say I am random.
Yeah, I think.
Somebody was telling me that you can't play random.
No, you can play random.
No, it's just too hard to play random.
No one there.
Interesting.
Oh
There
my God.
is no pro that will probably ever make any headway as a random player. There's
Yeah.
people who will be random masters. There's probably somewhere out there a random GM. I wouldn't be
Winter SC.
surprised.
Most pros
TLO
can
was
probably,
random in the beta.
But
and early Wings
and
of Liberty,
early
and then
Wings
there
of
was
Liberty. But
there was
it's
Pages
a-
just-
GM in KR with all 3 races, but not random.
It-
He's
there was a
like-
guy on StarTale who used to be random. I think.
It's
Way
just
back in
yeah, it's
2011.
just too
What's his name?
hard because you have
Guinea
to
pig.
learn the intricate. You have to learn the intricacies of any matchup. So that's
Yeah.
instead of just 3, it's 9.
You can play Weizenkai style random and not give a crap and just all in all day long.
and then the other issue is because especially with Heart of the Swarm, and I hope this kind of goes away a little bit for Legacy of the Void, but Heart of the Swarm brought out so many early game safety nets per se that randoms, early game build order wins per se, where you just your opponent's race, so you know how to counter them. Doesn't really matter quite as much anymore because there's so many safe openers.
I would say when I play against randoms, they're more greedy than anything else. Like, because they know they can abuse your opening, because they know if you're playing Protoss, you're gonna probably 12 or 13 gate. If you're playing Zerg, they're gonna early pull. So they know what you're gonna open, and you don't know what race they are, so they know you have to play safe. So I think they play more greedy actually,
I don't
and take a macro advantage.
Somebody in the chat is asking what's Legacy of the Void. It's not April 1st anymore, people.
They're not.
It is still Herald of the Stars.
If
The
I-
game
if
is
I,
still
you know,
called
like-
Hearth of the Stone.
I'm not sure if my sources are 100%, but they said that they aren't going to be adding any new units with Legacy of the Void.
Yeah, that's what In
Because-
Control said.
Yeah, that would be too hard to balance,
In the
as if
redesign.
balance is already part of the game.
Because In Control said most of the game designers for StarCraft are now working on Heroes of the Storm. So there may not be any new units in Legacy of the Void.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's sad for
Well,
me.
what's the
That
point
was-
of paying $60?
Yeah, exactly.
Campaign.
Like,
I have yet to
If-
play a campaign.
Statistic is that 90% of people who buy StarCraft only ever play the campaign.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, like the question is, if it's really only a campaign expansion, it better not be $60.
Yeah, exactly.
That's ridiculous. That'd be ridiculous. If it's just new campaign missions and all the same units, then come on. I mean, come on. You already have units. If you want to be lazy, add the lurker back in. Add the. Okay, so
I
the
would like to
lurkers.
see some of the older units back.
They
That'd be cool.
they might not add any
Bring-
units
bring
in,
the
but they might
Vol-
just redesign what they have.
Bring
But
the vulture back. Bring the warhound and find a way to fix it.
Oh
Dear
God.
As you can
Shit,
hear me
no.
saying in chat, bring the Corsair into StarCraft 2 because that displacement web was like the single most interesting ability in Brood War, except like maybe Maelstrom. Oh man.
Yeah, but the Reaver, the Lurker, the Vulture, medics that walk on the ground.
Honestly, I think Medivacs are probably one of the best changes from Brood War to StarCraft 2.
Medvac's so OP.
I know, but I think I like the way it makes everything more mobile. It makes Terran very interesting to watch.
I
I'd
miss
say
the
another
helmets.
a unit from StarCraft 2 that I really like, and this is probably the reason the Corsair isn't in StarCraft 2, despite being such a good unit, is the Phoenix, which is a great unit. So is the Stalker. Dragoons were stupid, so I'm glad Stalkers are in.
Well, Dragoons were stupid because their AI was dumb. You fix the Dragoon AI, that's a fucking great unit.
Still, they
Yeah.
just like walk and shoot at stuff. They're so boring.
They get used a lot in Starbow, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Arbiters! I completely forgot about Arbiters. Dude,
Dark
Arbiters,
Archons.
please.
Hmm.
The thing is, I don't
No,
want
no
Dark
more
Archons
Protoss
in the game
units.
if Infestors are still in the game. Because they're so similar. And the Dark Archon would just be a better Infestor. Because
The-
Fungal is like a worse... Well, it's like a better Maelstrom, but Neural Parasite's a worse Mind Control.
Sorry, I'm just reading in chat. Someone types in, a dragoon walks around a bar.
I like it. I like it. That's great. Oh, dude.
We have one question coming in, and I think this will be the last question we take from the audience tonight. Do you think we'll ever see a fourth race in StarCraft?
No,
No.
My answer is no.
never.
No.
I
It's
wish.
not
Just
way
way
that
too
in the
awkward.
lore and the story.
Yeah, and it would just be
Weird.
way too awkward. They're not adding more units. Why would they add a fourth race?
Well, I
It's-
think it means more like a StarCraft 3. I don't think in StarCraft
I don't
2.
think.
Well,
there's
they
not a
have
fourth race,
Warcraft for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warcraft has.
And the thing is,
the-
within Warcraft, they didn't add anything to the lore to make those races possible. They were already there.
Yeah.
And if
no.
if a Warcraft 4 ever comes out, then they have even more lore to go off of to make more races.
Clearly, the next race in StarCraft 3 is going to be Kakaroos.
Layouts.
Gross.
But but anyways,
Xel'Naga.
yeah, Xel'Naga or the
Xel'Naga, you play
hybrids.
one, you have one unit, and you have to beat your opponent with one unit. That would be the best.
Yeah, so yeah, hopefully though, if Legacy of the Void does not actually bring in any new units, I think that's actually, in a way, that's a good thing, because it'll the balance curve will finally start to even out and get to that point where Brood War eventually got to, where everything was pretty darn well balanced, and then it started just being shifts in the meta.
Well, I guess. I wouldn't say Protoss was ever balanced in Brood War.
Brood War was, for RTS games, Brood War was probably one of the most balanced RTS games.
I
that
mean,
had
I would
that
agree
many
for the
different
most part.
units.
Yeah, for real. But I mean, I'd say it's really balanced. But Protoss was still pretty underpowered. It was kind of OP during during the fall. No, it was kind of OP during the time where we had like the dragons playing. But I think for the most part, Protoss was pretty underpowered in Brood War. But that's another topic entirely.
So anyway, that leaves us with about 2 minutes in the show. So once again, obviously, I want to give major thank yous to our guests, Matt the Cat, Awkward Wiz, and Nil. Thank you very much for being on the show. It was great learning about Team Bearsloss. Any parting words the three of you have for us? We'll go backwards. We'll start with Nil.
Just thanks for having us. I know I'm pretty new to the leagues, so I didn't actually get some of the references you guys mentioned tonight, but it was I'm having a lot of fun. So yeah, just thanks.
Matt the Cat, how about you, my friend?
Yeah, it's my first. It's been fun so far. I hope to be in more seasons in the future. Thanks for having me on.
And finally, Captain Awkward Wiz.
Thank you, base god.
Thanks
you
for
for
actually
that.
showing up. Awkward.
Yes, you did come eventually.
Fashionably late.
I was tutoring someone. All right.
I guess I can't
Tutoring in
really
what?
talk about
What
showing up
subject?
late.
Math? What kind
Yeah.
of math?
Numbers and stuff.
Well, that's my favorite kind of math.
Numbers and stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like, I don't know, freshman in high school.
So,
There are occasional letters.
Algebra?
Yeah, some algebra.
Some
I
geometry.
don't even think it has a name, honestly. It's weird. It's just like an
Business.
assortment
Oh, is
of
he like in
things.
remedial mathematics or something?
I wouldn't know, because, like, he should have been until he, started tutoring with me, like, last year, but, like, he's worked his way up. But I don't think they have a name for it. It's, like, doing a mix of stuff.
I'll just
Like
call
some-
it business math.
Yeah.
That's
Where,
what-
where,
Oh.
where are you from?
Kansas.
Oh, okay. Well, Kansas is weird, so I can see that.
Yeah, Kansas sucks.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. If you haven't been to the website, if you haven't checked out Chobo Team League, check out Chobo Team League. Really easy to find. Just go to choboteamleague.com. It'll bring you right to our forums, which is on a different website. It's hosted by Engine. Once again, thank you to our special guests, Matt the Cat, Awkward Wiz, and Nil. This is the Team Bearsloss episode. Vizon, do you have any parting words before we say goodnight?
Yeah, CT6 lost to Lucky 13. What's up?
I thought you
That's
said
what I
you were
have to
going to
say.
be nice to them.
I didn't. No, Ray wanted me to be nice. I never agreed. It's entirely different.
Oh, you're so mean.
I am. I'm a terrible person.
Yes, Corn Muscles is better than Bison Kai. I'm 3-0 against him all time.
What? No. I swear I've won a game against you before.
No, you haven't.
What?
You have
Okay, we
not
need to
beaten
play
me
more.
yet. You have
We
not
need to
yet
play
beaten me,
more?
Bison. We always have these really close battles that get drawn out and stuff, but you've yet.
Alternatively, I leave a TVT like 20 minutes early.
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous. You had that game too. In any case, this was the Weekly Chobo episode 8. I'm Corn Muscles. Thank you once again to all of our lovely guests who don't give us webcams, so we can't see how lovely they are because they're not lovely. Just like me. This is Abraham Lincoln signing off.
Das Vidania.